For those of us that own pianos in Michigan, especially during the winter months, we can become very frustrated. And many people have asked me over the years, how can we solve some of these issues? I'm going to give you some pointers here today. First, humidity. At this time of year, as we're preparing this to launch on our website, it is the end of October. We're going through a transition in Michigan. If you're in states that have this kind of a transition, going from hot and humid to our cold and dry season, furnaces do quite a job on the internal humidity of our home. Dries it out, our pianos react. And if you've had those kinds of frustrations and issues during the winter months, this will help. First, very simple, there's a furnace-mounted whole house humidifier. If you go with that option, have it serviced at this time of year, whether you do it yourself or whether you have somebody come in and actually service. It's very simple. This is the evaporative pad. It simply is changed. It's very easy. It pops in, pops out. Second, make sure the water is turned on to the system. The water flows in through the top of the evaporator pad, drains out through the bottom. Very, very simple, basic operation. Next, we have a thermostat, a humidistat. It's like a thermostat. It controls the level of humidity in your home. To turn it up, we are going to turn it clockwise. To turn it down, we're going to turn things counterclockwise. You need to read the manuals of your individual humidifier. If you have one installed on the furnace, hopefully you have that manual. Take a look at it. See what their recommendations are. I'm going to talk about one of the tricks to success, because regardless of their recommendations, your home and your environment is totally individual, and there's a very effective way to control humidity in your home using this simple little device. We're going to talk about it here in just a moment. It's a digital hygrometer. Now, there's a second very effective way for controlling humidity in your home. Actually, I like this option far better, because it's, if you will, a constant demand type humidifier. It's a console standalone. Some people don't like these. Personally, my experience with them is that they're very effective, and if they're used properly, they're actually better than the whole house furnace, simply because the whole house furnace type humidifier only puts moisture in the air when the furnace is operating. The whole house console humidifier will humidify your home regardless of what your furnace is doing or not doing. So it's a much better way of controlling humidity in your home. The same basic things apply. You have a wick system. Your wicks may be different. Again, it's very important to have your owner's manual and just take a look at it and see how your unit actually works. This is very, very simple. I just put these new wicks in once a year. There are times, if you have hard water or different water minerals and mineral content in your water, you may need to change more often than once at the beginning of the season. You may want to divide the winter in half and change the wicks again mid-season. I have done that in the past if my wicks build up with too many minerals. A second thing that is very important about these units is bacteriostat. Whatever your unit calls for, there's different types on the market. Get the type of bacteriostat that's appropriate. I use about a teaspoon per bottle of water. My humidifier here has 2 bottles. They're basically 2-gallon size. They're very easy to lift in and out and fill. Anybody can do it. And when I fill it, after the water is in the bottle, I put about a teaspoon. I just go by what the manufacturer recommends. Approximately a teaspoon of water per bottle, and we're all set. It keeps the bacteria from growing, it keeps the odors down, and that's some of the concerns that people have. But again, if you do things correctly, you'll find that it's very effective, and the odors are just non-existent. We've never had any problem at all. And this unit keeps the humidity set at the exact level we want, because it does have, like the furnace mount, it has a humidistat. So we can turn it up or down according to the desired level. This is the trick. You need to get one of these. It's a digital hygrometer. You can find them many places, but a very simple place to find them is Amazon.com. When you're on their site, simply dial in using keywords digital hygrometer, and their page will come up, and you'll find this one. It's made by Accurite. It's about a $10 item. It's worth every dime because it will tell you exactly what humidity level is in your home. So if you read the manuals, you're doing everything right, this is your proof. This is your backup. It tells you, okay, I'm doing everything. I've got my adjustments correct. And this device will tell you whether you've got 40%, whether you've got 42%, whether you've got 38%. 42% is considered ideal. You may have to make some adjustments for your, again, own individual circumstance and situation. I have found through many of my customers that have talked to me over the years that when they buy the hygrometer, based on excessive condensation on the windows, you don't want that. We sometimes have to make some adjustments, and we find that between 38 and 42% is good. Windows go dry at some point. You'll have to experiment again with your own individual home and windows and furnace and situation. But you'll find that humidity level where your windows are dry and your hygrometer is telling you that you have 38 to 42%. You've arrived. If you do this, if you follow these very, very basic little ideas and guidelines, you'll find that most of the problems with your sticking keys, notes that just don't want to work or cooperate, a piano that goes in and out of tune very, very quickly, those things are stabilized. And in many cases, totally eliminated. There's a third very effective way to humidify and control the humidity of your piano, and that's the piano damp chaser system. You can find more about that information on my website at acepianotuninginc.com. Again, that's all one word, acepianotuninginc.com. We have some blogs that you can go back. You can find them. Just go to the frequently asked question page, and you'll find over on the right-hand side the effects of humidity. And just go down through and read. We have quite a bit of information there about the damp chaser system. It is very effective. I recommend it in many situations. Give me a call. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer your questions about the damp chaser system or about the furnace or whole house type humidification. My name is Craig Cole. You can reach me at 248-624-0940 in the Detroit, Michigan area as we brace for what's coming, the Michigan winter. Thanks for your time.